Hello and welcome to r/ProRevenge, where people get the justice they deserve. Today's video is about a neighbor who won't properly care for his 2 dogs, and now he has no dogs. Let's jump right into it. Not sure if this is petty or pro, but I was told to share this story with you guys. In May 2018, my husband and I bought our first home in a rural area about a 45-minute drive away from our hometown. Most of our neighbors are awesome and we get along with everyone, except AN, whole neighbor. When we moved here, AN had 2 hunting dogs that would break out of his backyard and terrorize the neighborhood. These dogs were beautiful, but Lord, they were awful. When they were in their yard, the dogs would bark all hours of the day. If a leaf blew in a new direction, barking. If a car drove by, barking. If I sneezed inside my own home, barking. If they were out of their yard, they'd run around and bite people and just be straight up assholes. It was ridiculous, but I would mind my own business. I have a 7-year-old and 2 friendly, well-behaved dogs, so these dogs worried me. But like I said, I'd mind my own. I never had any issues with AN until October. My husband was sick, so I decided to sleep on the couch. Just before the butt crack of dawn, I woke up to hear someone screaming for help. I did what any decent person would do, and I grabbed a pair of shorts, rushed outside without putting on any shoes, and ran down the road to see what I could do. It was dark, but I saw their silhouettes under the streetlight. Those 2 dogs had once again gotten out and were attacking a guy. I ran faster than I've ever ran in my life. I got them away from the man. He was drunk and stumbled off into the wee morning hours. I learned later on that he stabbed one of the dogs in the mouth. Anyway, I got the dogs away from him and they also wandered away. Then I started walking back to my house and I stopped at AN's to tell him about his damn dogs and about the guy they were attacking. His girlfriend answered the door, and since my adrenaline was pumping, I told her, "Do something about your dogs before someone else does." She did not like that at all. She stormed out into their tiny carport and started threatening me, and her body language suggested she wanted to fight me. I was standing in the street. Well, it's more like a dead-end dirt road, but I digress. We live in Florida, and I'm not about to f*** with that stand your ground law anytime soon, and calling me names. She kept telling me how immature I am, that her 30-year-old boyfriend just had a pacemaker put into his chest, and he can't handle the stress and blah blah blah. So we stood there for a few minutes, with her calling me anything else she could think of and being obnoxious, while their dogs were still terrorizing the neighborhood. Her boyfriend, AN, then walks outside and asks what's going on. She tells him that I want to kill her dogs. I don't. I just want them to shut up and stay in their yard. So AN puts his thug pants on and says, "She doesn't know who she's f***ing with. I'll be right back." I started walking away because I was done at that point and needed to get ready for work. Our conversation was going nowhere. AN didn't give a shit about his dogs or their poor behavior. In his own words, which were said a few days after this incident, "They're hunting dogs. Attacking things is what they do." AN comes back outside and he's grabbed a gun. He points it at me, making gestures like he's going to shoot me in the head. I called 911, and while I'm on the phone with dispatch, AN literally says he's going to shoot me in the head. I should also mention that when I rushed out the door, I woke up my husband, and he was standing in our yard watching it all happen. The cops come, take statements and whatnot. Because I was a little further away from AN when he pointed the gun at me and it was dark, the officer couldn't arrest him. I know it was a gun. I'm pretty sure it was a 9mm, but the officers couldn't prove it. The sentence, "She doesn't know who she's fucking with," really bothered me, and I don't really like to be threatened, so I decided to educate myself. I learned his name, date of birth, criminal history, occupation. I learned everything about AN. First, I collected the police report, and it turns out AN is on probation for felony theft. I called his probation officer. It's probably a violation of probation to have the cops called on you because of something like this. The cops mentioned something about aggravated assault. I called his landlord. They appreciated the photos I sent them of the awful condition of their property. I called the county about his dogs. They've always had issues with AN and made an appearance at his house. I found his Facebook and sent the public photos of him holding numerous firearms to his probation officer and his landlord. A felon can't own or have possession of a gun. Why would you have 2 hunting dogs if you're legally not allowed to have a firearm? One day later, we were at our other cool neighbor's house. Playing Dungeons and Dragons, and we heard a commotion outside. AN, his girlfriend, and a bunch of their friends were outside cleaning their property. His landlord must have bitched them out. The dogs were gone, but they came back and continued to be assholes shortly thereafter. But about a month ago, the county told AN that he needed to either rehome his dogs or face some hefty fines and legal action. Fast forward to now. AN and his girlfriend learned who they were f***ing with and avoid me at all costs, and their dogs are long gone. Apparently they plan on moving away. I think they already did because I don't see his piece of shit truck over there anymore. I haven't seen that drunk guy since then, and I hope he's doing okay. And those dogs. Those poor dogs. Also, AN's girlfriend is a manager at our local, name a fast food place that rhymes with Narby's, so I can't go get their beloved curly fries anymore for fear of unknown bodily fluids in my food. Thus is life. At least I can sleep at night now that there aren't any dogs barking at everything 24/7, and that is so much tastier than curly fries. That's my story. My husband still brags about it. If you point a gun at Cosmic Turtle's head, she doesn't get scared. She gets angry. I hope you enjoyed it. Wow, well, that was quite a story. By the way, there is an edit at the top of the post. For those interested, I was told yesterday by my cool neighbor that the dogs went to someone with a big piece of property and they're being well cared for. Apparently there's some type of cur hound, if that's even a thing. Well, it's good to know that the dogs ended up okay and that asshole neighbor got what he deserved. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of r/ProRevenge. I'll definitely have more of those coming very soon. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below to tell me what you thought of today's story. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.